Rhéa's Timonier range is a collection of charming wheelhouse cruisers with a fishing orientation. This particular model is the 730 and it's a 20th anniversary special edition, so you get this dashing blue hull colour, lots of wooden inserts, bow thruster, proper sea toilet and Silvertex upholstery. On board you get a single diesel 230 horsepower Narni on a single shaft, lovely and simple. We've got a good day for a test here, nice and blowy out in the Solent, so let's get out on the water. The 730 Timonier is a refreshingly simple boat to drive. There's no stern drive leg to trim, there's not even any chin tabs. All you have is a simple cable Morse throttle, a steering wheel and a bow thruster for flicking the bow around when you get into the marina. It's got a very solidly built semi-displacement hull connected to a single Narni 230 horsepower diesel, and it really goes very nicely. 26 knots you'll get at the top end with this boat, and we were in a pretty seething chop out in the Solent and it handled that very well too. Okay, there's a fair bit of spray thrown over the deck, but it all hangs together really nicely. No slamming, no crashing, looks after you, just puts its head down and gets on with it. What I really like about this helm position is the headroom. It means that you can stand like I am now at the helm, or you can sit. The seat slides forwards and backwards. Loads of light as well. Big windows all around, you've got a hatch in the roof, and then this side door, which not only means you can ventilate really easily, but it means the skipper can very easily get out onto the decks to help with the crewing. A couple of things that I think can be improved. Though the helm is very cleanly designed and nice and easy to use, it does lack storage for loose items. Okay, my sunglasses fit in there okay, but there's nowhere to put a handheld VHF or even a mobile phone. There's a big well just forward of the helm here, but stuff can still slide around in there, so they need to try and find some way of securing loose items a bit better. Another thing is, though the Narni engine, the performance is very good, it is a little bit gruff. This does act as a bit of an echo chamber, this wheelhouse, and you do find that you have to raise your voice a bit to talk to other people within the wheelhouse. It may only be 7.3 metres, but the 730 is an imposing little thing. It's got a fantastic hull shape, semi-displacement hull, real nice flare on the bow here, which should push water away out at sea. And just look how substantial that ground tackle is. You have a 10 kilogram plough anchor on a proper windlass into a nice stainless roller, big high guardrails that lead you halfway back down the side decks, and just look at how lovely and thick the timber is on these bulwarks. It's a beautifully finished thing. Let's have a closer look at the cockpit. Now, being a French fishing orientated boat, the cockpit does feel a little bit sparse. You have these benches that flip down from either side, but there are boats of this size that are going to give you a more comfortable seating area. However, you can have a cockpit table in here. There's enough space to put in some freestanding chairs, and if you do want to use it for exploring, for fishing, then this area is absolutely fantastic. You've got bucket loads of storage in the deck, all lined, very nicely finished. You can have live bait wells down both sides. There's a live bait well there, rod holders. It's a utility boat, very, very capable, and it's nicely finished again as well. Yes, you haven't got much seating, but you've got nice Silvertex upholstery. The teak bulwarks run all the way around, lovely wooden finish on the bathing platform. Let's have a little look in the wheelhouse. There is a focus on the cockpit in this boat, so the wheelhouse feels a little bit smaller. It's nice and bright, however. The windows are lovely and big. You've got an opening window here as well as the sliding side door and a roof hatch. There isn't a huge amount of seating space. You can fit plenty of people in the cockpit, but you've only really got 3 seats in here for people to sit down when they're inside the wheelhouse. This table flips up from the side here. It could probably do with a support underneath because it feels a little bit flimsy if you rest on it, which you will do when it's up like this. Then moving forward, you've got a pretty simple arrangement down there. It's a V berth, it's pretty cosy. You've got a sort of potty style toilet, though it does have a holding tank. Just about standing room to get changed down there, but you're not going to be spending weekends on there. I would say it's more of a day boat with the odd night in between. One thing that is worth having a look at is the engine access because it's absolutely superb. Could not have a cleaner engine installation. That's the 230 horsepower. Not only there's a 205 horsepower one, 230's performance is really good, and it's such a lovely clean engine to maintain, look after. It fits perfectly in the well there. You've got nice clear fuel filters there for quick checks. Very easy boat and engine to do daily service items on, and even more involved work.